John here with Moto C. Today's how-to video is this is a 1983 Yamaha XJ900 that's having a full restoration done on it, where I've got the bike, a lot of the components off the bike, getting out and being rebuilt. Well, these forks, when they were originally manufactured in Japan, what they do to make them look nice and shiny after they're manufactured, they spray them with a clear coat. Well, over time that clear coat yellows out. It gets really faded and ugly looking, and hopefully the camera picks that up. And how you fix that is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. How I do it is I have a tool here with Scotch-Brite pad on my little rubber pad here on the end. This is a die grinder. It's about 25,000 RPMs is what it spins at, so it'll really zip through that old clear coat and grind it off. The pads that you want to use, they come in 3 grades. Here in the camera you can see there's fine. That's what you want to use. It comes in fine, medium, and coarse. Be sure and use the fine pads so you don't actually take metal off when you're die grinding the clear coat off. And then obviously you're just going to turn that on. For the sake of noise, we're not going to do that. You run it up and down in the flat areas as much as possible. In the really hard to get areas, I take my Dremel tool that has this stainless steel wire brush on the end. I can get into all these really hard to access areas around these knobs, that type of thing. And that stainless steel brush is not coarse enough to knock off or put really deep swirl marks in it. Now once you finish that, you want to get some 400 grit wet dry sandpaper, and then get yourself a little bottle of water and then wet sand the fork. Start off with 400 paper and then sand again with 600, then 800, and then 1200 grit paper. And then what you do is when you get that far with this die grinder, I can just spin off those Scotch-Brite pads and put on a polishing pad, and then I can polish these up. And I just want to show you what the difference is. So these are kind of old and kind of yucked out, you can see. Let's swing the camera. Oh, look, there's the FJ. Okay, let's go over here. And here's the forks on the first prototype that I built. And you can see they've been all polished up. And how I keep them that way is I have just a simple metal polish like a Mother's or something like that. That once a month I'll hit those again. I haven't repainted them because I just like how they look. Didn't want to go through the trouble of having to repaint them, so I just brighten them up about once a month, and that's a pretty quick job to do that. Less than 10 minutes to brighten them back up. So I just wanted to give you, oh look, there's the FJ again. Anyway, just wanted to give you a how-to video on how to brighten up lower forks on any vintage motorcycle that has them clear coated. See you next time on Moto C.